What's going on? Welcome back. Hour number 2, Idaho Sports Talk, Prater and the Ball Game. We'll keep telling you about our KTIK draft party 1 week from Thursday. Can you believe it, Prater? The NFL draft is almost 1 week away from us.
Nice.
Lots to talk about there, but Leon Rice is building a super team, and with that comes some attention on Idaho Sports Talk as well. We're going to dissect that super team in an hour, but first, why don't we get to know a little bit the next member of Leon Rice's basketball program, O'Mar Stanley, who's a transfer from St. John's, played with the Johnnies in the Big East. He's now with us on Idaho Sports Talk. O'Mar, my man, what's up? Welcome to Idaho Sports Talk. Welcome to this program, O'Mar.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me, man. It's an honor being able to talk to you guys and, just bringing awareness on the team, man. It feels good, man. It feels good.
When you hear me say super team, you pucker up a little bit, O'Mar, at what Leon's trying to build here?
I mean, super team, man, I think all, you can consider every college team a super team with what's going on now. I think our team is something more special, man. I think our team was built not really on NIL, not really on anything else but wanting to win, man. Not anything on anything else but the love of the game. You know what I mean? So
good point.
Yeah.
I like it. O'Mar, why Boise State? I mean, I'm sure you're going to tell us, what you've been saying and whatnot, but just why is O'Mar Stanley playing basketball at Boise State University now? How the hell did this happen?
Man, winner. That's the one where I got to say is winner. For the past couple seasons, you guys have been winning, a great amount. And with that, obviously, in order to win, you have to have a great culture. Which is something I almost want to be a part of in the college game. I was able to experience that link here. It was kind of the first time I was able to, experience winning and having that great culture. And I was like, man, I want to get back to that way, man. You know what I mean? The bright lights, they really don't mean nothing if you're not winning. You know what I mean?
O'Mar Stanley is the newest member of Boise State basketball's roster. Signed with Boise State last week. Leon Rice out there adjusting his roster after an NCAA tournament appearance. All right, O'Mar, he asked you why Boise State. Let me ask you why not St. John's? Why did you want to leave New York? Why did you want to come to Boise, Idaho?
Yeah. Well, you got to go somewhere you're wanted and needed, man. You got to go somewhere you're wanted and needed and you're valued. And I feel like Boise State would value me more. I feel like I would be more of a commodity over there. I feel like I'd be respected more, loved more. Nice. Whatever it is. I definitely know the fans have been showing love, since my departure, and I definitely appreciate that. But I definitely see the Bronco fans out there showing me love as well.
What was the connection? Did they call you? Did you call them? We're still trying to learn this transfer portal talk. I understand that maybe you played some AAU basketball in Missouri with Cade Rice. Maybe that's where the connection started. How did you get to know the Leon Rice family?
Okay. Yeah, so they reached out to me. There's a little tiny connection with Link here, like you said. But that is an AAU basketball. That's kind of post-grad basketball, which is the team I was on the year before Cade was on the team. But the tiny connection we have is Coach Adam Donye, man. That's a guy I trust dearly.
Nice.
I love dearly, man. And I trust him with a lot of things. You know what I mean? Outside of basketball, it's our relationship is really, really strong. You know what I mean?
Did you say Tim Duryea? Because we're having a little bit of trouble hearing you. Tim Duryea, and what's the connection there?
No, Adam Donye at Link here.
Oh, the high school coach, you're a kid prep academy coach in Missouri.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
O'Mar, I got to ask, man, are you in a windstorm? Are you on an avalanche? Are you snowboarding right now? What the hell is going on with your phone, man? It's like a wind gust. Can you get out of that for a second, dude?
Man, I'm trying, man. I'm outside, man. It's having to be a little windy today in Queens, man. I'm trying, though.
You're in Queens? I like it. Queens, New York to Boise, Idaho.
What's your favorite part about Queens?
Underrated spot, John Brown's Barbecue in Long Island City. Kansas City barbecue spot. Obviously I'm a Chiefs fan, being from Kansas City. And, man, I feel like that's underrated, man. That spot definitely touches home for me.
I love it. He's O'Mar Stanley. He's going to be on Boise State basketball program this year, hopefully the next couple years. Obviously, he's got a few years of eligibility left. O'Mar with us now. And, O'Mar, how physical is Big East basketball? You were a starter last year for a good part of the Johnnies season. You played 30 games as a true freshman there as well. So you got 61 games in college hoops under your belt so far. Talk to me about the physicality, and are you a physical player? It feels like you're coming here and maybe the Mountain West isn't as physical as the Big East in your opinion. I want to hear it coming from you.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, all college basketball is physical, man. All college basketball is physical. The Big East is definitely one of, the better leagues, where they produce those guys that are making to the NBA, that are playing overseas, that are doing big things. I would like to say I'm a very physical player. I try to be, you know what I mean? On top of that, yeah, I try to be a junkyard dog. That's kind of where I started. That's kind of where my game started. Just, my motor and just being that guy that does the little things, that gets rough and rowdy, man.
O'Mar Stanley, St. John's transfer, headed to Boise State to play some basketball for the next couple of seasons as Leon Rice continues to build his basketball roster. When you came out here for your recruiting visit, what was your impressions of Idaho? And not just, the restaurant down the street, but the personal relationships you made with the basketball family, the coaches, the things that you saw about Boise, your impressions of Boise. I would imagine you came here with one impression of Boise and maybe left with another.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the stereotype around Boise, man, it's potatoes, and then that's it. You know what I mean? But I definitely, I was glad I was able to go out and visit and see that there's more to that there's actually a community, and it's a growing community. On top of that, the coaches, they were really caring. They could tell that everything was bigger than basketball for them, and that's what I really value. Over the past weeks, I was able to see kind of the business side of the college game, which is something I've never really got to experience. And so just being able to get back into that family atmosphere was really good for me.
O'Mar, we're trying to pencil this thing together. And this roster looks incredibly deep, and maybe it doesn't matter where you start. Maybe it manages, how many minutes you play, or matters where you finish. But feels like either you and also your new teammate who you haven't maybe met in person yet, Cam Martin, kind of look like be battling possibly for that 5 spot, or at least a starting spot in Leon Rice's positionless lineup. The person who doesn't start probably comes off the bench real quick. How are you assessing this? Are you coming here with the intention of competing for a starting job? Have they told you have a chance to start? Are you going to be a bench guy? O'Mar, your role, what do you think it's going to be?
Before I even got to committed to Boise, I know that they win. You know what I mean? I know that they win, and it's an honor even being able to be on the team. And so I'm not really worried about my role. I know that I'm going to excel. I'm going to do my best at that role, whether it's starting, whether it's come off the bench. I'm going to do the best I can at that role.
O'Mar Stanley coming to Boise State to play basketball, trying to get to know new Boise State basketball player. I see here on your St. John's bio that and you talked about going to prep school in Branson, Missouri. That's a country music resort town kind of place. As we get to know you, I'm curious about some of the things you like away from basketball, maybe even especially music. I'm guessing that you're not much of a country music guy and maybe more of a Snoop Dogg kind of guy.
Well, to be honest with you, I like my music, man. I'm really versatile on music, man. I would say country isn't on top of my list, but I've grown to like it, especially living in Branson. And yeah, as far as outside of basketball, man, I like to read sometimes. I like to slow down. I like to stay in the present. And so that includes, practicing meditation, mindfulness, yoga. Nice. Sometimes. Yeah, I like to learn, man. I like to learn.
O'Mar Stanley, again, Boise State's newest basketball player, a member of this program, and you probably watched a lot of tape. You know who your future teammates are going to be. Who's one guy's game on Boise State's current roster that you watch play, O'Mar, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, I cannot wait to play with that dude?
Well, obviously, I'm not going to, I think everybody, man. I'm just excited to play with the whole roster, man. But specifically, I would say Tyson, just because, we are similar positions, but I think we are different in ways. And so I look forward to, competing with him, growing and learning, and, just helping each other get better. And I look forward to helping, help lead the team with him and with Max and, all those guys. And Buzo, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
O'Mar, so what's the plan here for moving forward? Do you have to finish up a couple classes at St. John's and then you skip town? Do you head to Boise in June? Do you get away for a couple of weeks? What's the plan between now and maybe the middle of August?
Yeah. And so Yeah, you're right. I do have to finish a few classes until around the middle of May. I'm going to try to take a month off or a month to go home. Work out. Hopefully, be able to work out with some professional guys and some guys I hold close to my heart. And then after that, I'll be able to hopefully head to Boise early. I want to get there as early as possible, being one of the new guys. Just to learn, just to grow with those guys.
Do you know who you're living with yet, O'Mar? Any teammates or future roommates of O'Mar?
Not yet.
Okay, haven't locked that down yet. The way Boise State seems to play, I called it positionless basketball. You said you want to be a junkyard dog. A lot of people are comparing you to Najee Smith. Maybe you don't shoot the three as much, but I think you're a little stronger inside too than Najee was. But your personality's on the court. Boise State loves that type of thing, and Extra Mile Arena hopefully has record numbers next year with the hype of this team. O'Mar, your style of play, it fit really well with what Leon Rice and his staff does. Tell me about what fits the best.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think Coach Rice has seen what a lot of people haven't seen. Only me, Coach Rice, and a couple of the guys close to me. And that's the versatile side of my game. I haven't really been able to show that, and I kind of showed it a little bit at the end of the year this past year. But I do believe I can be one of those positionless guys. But obviously I'm much more stronger inside, and that's going to be my go-to. But I definitely think I can play on the perimeter, put the ball on the ground, do little things that'll surprise some people.
You're not going to come here and shoot 45% from the free throw line, are you, bud?
No way. That's something I definitely been working on already.
Just messing with you, O'Mar.
we're having fun.
We're
having fun.
Man.
It's been really fun to get to know you, dude. Here's my dumb question of the day. I have a brand new puppy, and he's I called him Stanley because there's a really cool town in here in Idaho called Stanley. But dude, can I get permission when people ask why did you name it Stanley? Can I just tell them that I named him after you?
There you go. Yeah. Name him Stanley. Say it's after me, and say because he's a junkyard dog.
Oh, yes. I like that one.
I can't wait to get you here, O'Mar.
Woo, I like that.
You got the fan base excited. So heal up, rest up, enjoy your court trip home, and safe travels to Boise. Can't wait to see you become a part of this thing.
Yes, I'm excited. And thank you again. It's been such an honor.
No problem. Thanks, O'Mar Stanley, newest member of Boise State men's basketball. Good stuff there, Prater.
That was fun. That was fun.
O'Mar. And in less than an hour, Prater's going to tell you guys, is this super team complete? And I'm sure he has very, very thoughtful stuff waiting.
I'm still kind of formulating some of those thoughts. I'm very conflicted on this one. Very conflicted.
Me too, man.
No, you're not. You think he has his super team.
The best Boise State regular seasons of all time. Never mind. The best Boise sports regular seasons of all time. Maybe BSU football, maybe Boise State hoops, Steelheads, Hawks. Let's get to that conversation, Prater, coming up on Idaho Sports Talk. Have you started the dandelion noticing in your yard? Are they everywhere? If so, stop them before they take over your lawn. Yes, I'm talking about dandelions. Zamzows, 90 years of experience taking care of Treasure Valley lawns. Head to one of the Treasure Valley's 13 area Zamzows locations, and you won't be disappointed. Their best regular seasons in the history of this town coming up on Prater and the Ballgame.
From the Beacon Plumbing Traffic Studios, this is Ticket Traffic.
Sponsored by Western States Equipment Company. Ask Western